Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft Sky Factory. As you can see, I got a little bit of farming going on. We have a few more animals over there. I finished building that platform there and added some furnaces to it. I moved some stuff around in here. And today, I actually have I think more or less all of today's stuff prepared. So we will start with all of these obsidian tools here. So one neat thing that they added in this game is an all-in-one tool. And I got all the obsidian because out of them all, as you can see, you can make a wooden one, a stone one, iron, diamond, emerald, black quartz, a lot of different ones. You can't make it out of all the new materials, just all the ones that were added with actually additions. But we're going to go with obsidian because as you can see going over them, obsidian has 32,000 durability, which is far and away higher than everything else. So it's not, it doesn't mine as fast as diamond or emerald or the nori crystals or anything. But with 32,000 durability, that's insane. So all you need is the sword, the pickaxe, axe, shovel, and hoe. Put them all together, and now you have an all-in-one tool. The Tinker's Construct tools are better than it. And we will probably end up making some of those later on. But for now, this is always good to make as soon as you can. Like, it lasts for fucking ever. Like, on my other world, I'm still using the first one of these that I made. Because it can break 32,000 things. Like, it's ridiculous. So after that, we're going to go with these. The chests and that. And we are going to make a small storage crate. Well, we're going to make a few of those. Because they hold a crap ton of stuff. So, you need wood casing for it, which is a solid piece of, like, the wood, not planks. 4 planks and 4 sticks. And we will need, let's see, we're making 4 of them, so we will need 4 of these. Oops. That's fine. 3, there we go. And then once you got that, you also need, so you need the wood case, you need 4 more planks and 4 regular chests. Let's see, I need to put that there, that, and like that. Yeah, that was probably an easier way for me to do that. But anyway, and then you need 4 regular chests, and you get the small storage crate. Now, the reason I made 4 is because we're going to go over here to our ranch area. And we're going to slap one down right in the center for now. And as you can see, that's how much storage space are in these. And the best part about these is there's 3 different levels of them. There's this one that just requires what it is. And then there's the next one that requires this one, 4 more wood planks. And then 4 void crystal blocks. And you get void crystal blocks by using the atomic reconstructor on a block of coal. So those aren't even all that hard to get. And then there's the large one, which requires the medium one, 4 more planks, which is easy. But then it requires empowered void crystal blocks. So you get the void crystals the same way, and then you empower them with an empowerer, which is a whole thing that we'll go over later, and I haven't even touched in my own world yet. But the cool thing about them, though, is that you can get the upgrades for them. So, like, let's say, like, those 2 chests that I have back there, if I made this, which is a storage crate with just 4 planks around it, so you got to use the materials for it, do that, and then I get this token. If I use the token on the chest, it automatically converts it into a storage crate. So it does cost a little bit more resources to do that, but it doesn't make you empty out everything and then redo it. And then you can do the same thing with the medium one, upgrade the small to medium, and upgrade the medium to large, which is really nice. And all the medium and large does is give you another page exactly this size. And it's really nice that they put that feature in, because then you don't have to worry about, like, because if, like, not that one, but, like, this one here is almost full. So, like, if I wanted to switch this to a storage crate normally, like, without the token, what's that? Yeah. You would have to take out all of this, put it in your inventory or in another box, and then put down the crate, right? Whereas this way here, it's just done. So another one we're going to go put over here at our farm. I didn't work too much on the farm because I don't want to do too much of it off camera. Or I didn't want to set up too much off camera. But as you can see, I just put a pool of water in the middle and I needed a lot of wheat. And then I grew some cactus because I needed some green dye as well. So we'll go along. I really like that it doesn't make you replant it. The one weird thing about it that I kind of wish was different was that when you just right click to harvest it, that you wouldn't get seeds back. Because, normally you get seeds back from them so that you can replant them. I think what it is, though, is I'm pretty sure I read that it was supposed to be when they added all that, it's supposed to have a chance to give you seeds, but the game doesn't register the chance properly. So it just makes the seed almost every time. So as you can see, the fence here kind of got a little burned away because I'm powering the crucible with some lava. I've loaded that up and I have a barrel of water here. Oh, that probably got rained on. I was going to say I don't. And then we got our little cobblestone generator here and I put a bunch of furnaces down. So what we're going to do with the cobblestone generator is we're going to slap a crate on top of it. And as you can see, when you open it up, it just loads the crate up. It will slowly fill it up. As we upgrade the cobblestone generator, like the one I have on my other world, before I put a crate on top of it, was all the way through to, was it blaze rods? That's the last one. And when I put the crate on top of it, it filled this crate up so fast, like absolutely ridiculously fast. And then we're going to slap the other crate down. We're just going to put it right here next to the furnaces because we're not going to put it in the middle because we have some other stuff to do there. Speaking of which, let's go back to our crate. Wow, making some good time here. All right. Let's see. We should do this next. Let's see. I don't have any gravel sand. Okay. So, as you can see, I have a bunch of sand, I have a bunch of gravel, I have a bunch of clay, and I got some glass. So what we are going to make is our smeltery from the Tinker's Construct. So that's why I have these torches out a bit further, because it's going to go right in the middle of here. So to make that, right, you need... Oh god, this chair is really fucking creaky. So to make the smeltery, you need seared blocks. Here we go, seared bricks, right? That's what you need. And to make seared bricks, you need grout. And to make grout, you need sand, gravel, and clay. And each one of those gives you 8 grout. So that's why I have as much sand, gravel, and clay as I have. Because that's how many seared bricks it'll take to make the furnace a size. So now when you make this, right? Well, you know what? We're just going to do that. And then throw everything that I have in there. See, let's split that one, and then if I split this into 2, that still didn't work. Let's see here. Okay, so you go there. You know what, let's take these back. Whoops. Oh, well, whatever. You just get stuck in the middle anyway. Okay, so then if I do this... So, you know, the Tinker's Furnace, or the Tinker's Smeltery isn't necessarily required for anything in here. It is nice to have, though, I will say. It is very nice to have. So there we go. We now have a fuck ton of grout, which is why I have so many furnaces. I've also been sifting some stuff. Oh, you know what? I don't actually have anything in that furnace, so I will just take out half of that. Toss that in there. There we go. And then the glass is for later. We'll save the glass for later. And oh yeah, by the way, grout says I am grout. Yeah, fucking Vin Diesel, man. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and watch these seared bricks, but yeah, once those are done. Should I make another furnace just to do these 16? Or yeah, you know what, I'm going to. So like I said, you can upgrade the furnaces later. Why did I just get that achievement? I've obviously built more furnaces. Oh, Okay, so I only need a couple. Let's see, 7, 7, 7, 7. You have 8. Fuck, I don't think. You know what? I'm just gonna throw a stack of wood in here for this one, or a bunch of wood in here for this one. I think that'll be enough to do all 16, but if not, oh well. All right. So as that's working, because we'll have to come back to that later, we'll go in here and we'll deal with this. What is it? Oh yeah, we'll do these. So sandstone, clay, and bricks, and then we'll also need the sticks, the iron, and the string. So the iron I got, as you can see, I've been sifting a lot of stuff. If you take iron ore, or if you take ore pieces and put them in 4, you get an ore chunk, and 1 ore chunk, if you put it in the furnace, will give you 1 ingot. The ore chunks, though, if you put them in a smeltery, I do believe give you more than an ingot. I don't know exactly the exchange rate, but I'm pretty sure it gives you that. So what we're doing with this is we're going to make a coke oven. And what a coke oven does is it gives us 2 things that one thing that we need, and another thing that's just kind of nice to have, which is it gives us, if you put coal into it, it gives you coke coal. Not Coca-Cola, but coke coal. Which burns for well, actually, you know what? If we just look it up here, coal. So like if we look at a block of coal, burn time is 16,000, right? Which is a lot. You know, I'll give it. It's the same as a block of charcoal. But a block of coal coke is 32,000. So it burns for twice as long, which really comes in handy later. When we get into the Botania magic, which sounds weird, but I mean, it is. But then it also produces, every time it burns a block of coal or a piece of coal, it produces creosote oil, which we use for other tinker stuff. I haven't used it for a whole lot, but I remember that there's one thing that we really need it for, that I like to have, and I don't really remember what it is. But to do that, you need 9, where is it? Block of coal, coke. No, there it is, coke bricks. You need 9 coke bricks. Oh, whoops, I didn't put it in my thing. Where'd they go? There we go. And as you can see, every time you make one, you make 3, which is something that I didn't register for some reason. The first time that I built this. So I think I ended up with 3 times the amount of stuff that I needed because I hadn't registered that it was making 3 at a time. So there we go, easy peasy, right? So we need a solid 3x3 block, and we're gonna dig down one and put it into the ground. I do prefer to do this with most of my stuff because I don't like stuff being too tall. I don't know why, I just don't. And this one here, it makes more sense to me if it's in the ground. I'm a fucking idiot, aren't I? I am a fucking idiot. If I need a solid thing, I need more of that. Shit, sorry guys, I'm just fucking stupid. Damn it. So that's the base of our coke oven. And if I wasn't fucking stupid, I would have got the rest of it going. But that might have to wait until next time because I don't think I have any more clay or sandstone. I mean, I can make sand easily enough. Oh, I do have 16 clay. But then I also need bricks out of it. Shit. Okay, what did it take to make them again? Okay, so it takes 8 clay, basically, to make 3. So I would need a lot more than I have. So yeah, that'll be something for next time. I'll fix that. But since we already have it up, we may as well do this. So this, if you put it all together like that, makes you an engineer's hammer, which is required to do... I guess that's an immersive engineering, not a tinker's construct, the coke oven. So yeah, this is required to do a lot of the stuff. It's more or less to activate it, and you can use it on different things. I think you can even use it on non-engineering things to play around with them, but I'm not 100% certain. I don't remember what you can do with it. So we're going to go back over here then. And pull out our wood and leave that in there. How's this going? It's going pretty good. And we're going to go over to the farm and do a little bit with them. So I need that, and I need all of this. So, now I think that I talked about this in the first part, or, I don't know, maybe. But the chickens severely break the game in this one. But not nearly as much, in my opinion, as the mystical agriculture does. Because while the chickens are a pretty fucking good source, it takes a lot more effort for the return that you get. Like, obviously, once you get all the chickens, if you get them maxed out. So, like, we'll look at the chickens, right? They have the tier, which is just what material they are. And then we have growth, gain, and strength. If you get all those to 10, then your life becomes insanely easy. So what we're going to do is, first things first, we're going to go over to this chicken, give it a book. It is now smart chicken. So all the smart chicken does is it's the same as a regular chicken. It just gets the stats of the chicken mod. That's all it does. I don't think that it's required to breed for any other type of chicken, but I just like to do it because then I have all of them, right? So as you can see, we also have a bunch of eggs in that in our inventory. So we have a smart chicken, a bone white chicken, we have a sand chicken over here, we have a log chicken there. So another chicken that can spawn, but didn't, I don't know why, maybe it's because of the area win, is a flint chicken. Thankfully, you can do this for a lot of the chickens, where if you already have the material, you can just surround an egg in it and it'll produce the chicken. Now, the way that the chicken eggs work in this is, once again, you can throw them and hope that you get the chicken out of it. Or, as you can see, I made a bunch of hay bales. And if you put them like that, you make a nest. Now, why they decided that it takes 3 bales of hay to make one little tiny nest, I have no idea. But you know what? Whatever. The point is, it's helpful, therefore I will accept it. So we're going to slap some nests down here. And then if you put the egg in the nest, don't crouch or you'll throw it. Okay. Or it just spawned the flint chicken. That's not... Anyway, this is a flint chicken. I'm not quite sure why it spawned like that, but whatever. Now we have a flint chicken, so he just produces flint for us. So I'm pretty sure you can guess what we're about to do. Lapis lazuli. Boom. Now we have a lapis blue chicken egg. So I got chicken eggs galore, obviously. And I went ahead and made all of the dyes that you can't breed. Because as soon as you get all the dye chickens, or all the chickens that can't be bred, then what you want to do is you want to... okay, let's see. Hopefully this... There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. I'm not... Like, that, the flint one must have fucked up and just given me, like, a spawn egg when I made it, instead of, like, an egg. I don't have enough. Well, I probably have enough now, yeah. But yeah, when you put them in the nest, you can sit on them, apparently, which speeds up how fast they hatch. Or you can put a redstone lamp above them, which obviously I don't have, which will also speed it up. It doesn't speed it up a lot, I will say, but it does definitely speed it up. But once you get those going, you'll want to... So there's 2 ways to upgrade the chickens, basically, right? One is breed them together, and every time, like with seeds, and every time you breed them, they will produce a chicken with at least 1 stat higher than their parent, than the parent chickens. So like if you had, so basically you can breed 1 chicken over and over, like 1 chicken over and over again with the upgraded chickens, and be fine with it. Another way to upgrade them is, if we go in, we put the nest in the middle, and we just lock it up. You get a nesting pen. Oh man, I need a lot of fucking wheat for this. And what a nesting pen does is, we'll throw it down, excuse me, chicken, right there. Oh, you know what? I did forget something for this part of it. which is the animal net. So we'll need some string. Let's see, how much... Oh. We need 3 string. So we need 1, 2, 3. Oh, I fucking love these drawers, man. I don't use them enough in my other world. I need to use more of them. So what the animal net does is it lets you pick up passive mobs. So like even this sheep, there we go, boom. It's in my net, and I can pick them up and move them wherever I please. So the nesting, for the nesting pens there, let's see, which chicken should we throw in the nesting pen? There's also the rooster, that's right, there's also the rooster. Where if you give it seeds, it will auto-breed any of the chickens around him. But for some reason, it takes damage when it does it. Apparently, it bangs too hard or something, or the chickens are really rough on it. I don't know. You know what? Where's the smart chicken? We'll start with the smart chicken. Why not? We'll throw him in there. So when you go up to it, if you right-click on it, it just brings up the screen. You got to shift and right-click on it. And then there you go. So now it has 5 spots for drops. Every time it shits something out, it'll put it in there. So the smart chicken will produce eggs, chicken manure, and feathers. Every chicken that you can make in this will always produce feathers and manure. And eggs of their kind. So like the smart chicken will just produce smart chicken eggs, but it'll also produce regular eggs. So one thing you can do, I'm not going to do it right now because I need multiple drops. Well, I need basically his eggs from him. But like, let's say, which is what I normally do with the smart chicken, all I wanted from it was the manure. Like, I just wanted it to shit everywhere. If you do that, that's all that you'll get from it. If you fill up each spot, that's all you'll get from it. Or if all you wanted was eggs, boom. Now all you're getting is eggs. It helps to limit it because, you know, obviously once you get them up to 10, 10, 10, if you're only going to have, like, I only have 1 of each chicken. I do upgrade all my chickens to 10, 10, 10, but I also only take 1 of each chicken. So as soon as I get it up to 10, 10, 10, I no longer need its eggs, and by that point, I usually have way more feathers than I need, because I don't really have any use for feathers. Like, even in my other world, it's very rare that I use feathers. But yeah, and then as you can see over here in the corner, I built a little pool for my squid farm. I am going to probably get rid of it. Can I pick up the squids? I can. I'm probably going to get rid of this by the next time you see it, because I don't really need squids for anything. Although they do drop calamari, which you can cook, which is nice. That's a new thing. But as you can see, I have apple pie. So, I mean, I don't really need the cooked calamari. But yeah, all you need for the squid farm is a little bit of water. I made this one, it's only like 3 deep. And I used the water to build underneath. But yeah, the main thing about that, though, is that you can't build it too close to the spawn point. It has this thing about spawning animals and creatures and that, like, too close to the player spawn. So, like, if you build it... So, like, let's say I wanted to build it, like, in here somewhere. Probably anywhere on this platform. I don't know exactly the range, but it's a pretty good range. So probably the majority of this platform, if not all of it, if I decide to do that, it probably wouldn't spawn any squid. And the squid also spawn within a certain layer. It's like between layers 46 to 62 or something like that. I don't know. Which is your Y coordinate, which if you look on underneath the map, ours is 58, which is where the block of dirt spawned. Not the tree, but the block of dirt at the beginning. So, I mean, it's up to the player to determine how much they want to do with the chickens and whether or not they want to keep the squid around and whatnot. I'll just throw these in there for now. And throw you in there. Okay. Turn that into planks. I don't need that. And then I got my glass. Alright. Let's see. Do I have any more wheat? So I can get those other eggs going. But yeah, there's... out of... Those were the only eggs that I can currently make that produces chickens that cannot be bred. There are 2 more chickens that can't be bred. Which is the nether quartz and soul sand chickens. You have to go to the nether for those. Very dangerous, the nether in this. If you're lucky, sometimes it does bug out a little bit, and it spawns a chunk of the nether instead of a pure void. I don't know what does that, like what makes that glitch. I saw it in the Achievement Hunter Let's Play. In my world that I had, it just spawned... It spawns the nether portal on the other side, obviously. And then it has like a 1-block ring around it for you to stand on. Which, you know, it works. What is this? Oh, right, that's just the book. So yeah, you can make as many smart chickens as you want. Like I said, it doesn't really seem to make a difference because I don't think that they're required for anything. But they do produce... But then it does let you upgrade it so that they produce more feathers, more eggs, more shit if you want them. Like, I use them as shit factories, so... Alright, so it looks like all of our seared bricks are done. Hopefully, I did the math right on this one. And this will work. So there's a few different things you can do for the seared, or for the smeltery, but it all requires a seared brick of some kind. But like you have seared glass or seared gauge. I think any of these seared stuff, yeah, part of the smeltery safe for decoration. Any of them that say that, you can use. So you need the seared tank, you need a seared tank, and you need a seared no, not the seared furnace. Oh, right. You need a smeltery controller, which isn't a seared item, but it's still required. So you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to build that first. Where is it? The smeltery drain. We also need those. There it is. Smeltery controller. It requires 8 of our bricks. So just like that, 8 of our bricks already gone. Now, I did a lot of mathing beforehand. So I think that I'll have all of this correct. Let's see, this should be on the right. And then I think that'll be the only thing that we need from this. Well, you know what? Actually, if we leave that in, that should just give us everything that can be used with the smeltery. Yeah, smeltery drain and everything. Another thing you need is, oh, fuck me, is a seared tank. Now what the seared, oh, I need to go get a bucket. So what the seared tank does is you put lava in it, and it produces, and that's how you smelt stuff in the smeltery. It holds, I do believe it holds 4,000. It holds the same amount that the, what the fuck's it called? The crucible here holds. Wait, that is correct, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now it says it holds 4,000. So you want to fill that up. Well, I mean, you don't have to fill it up. It doesn't use... So, like, another nice thing about this is it doesn't use more fuel than it needs. So, like, for example, if you put 1 iron ore chunk into a furnace to produce 1 iron ingot, it will use an entire thing of coal. No matter how much of that coal, you know, obviously it's going to use 1/8 of the coal's burn time to make the chunk, but it's going to use up all of it anyway. This one here, it will only use as much lava as is required to melt what you put into the smeltery controller. We can't open that yet either, by the way, because it's not... Oh, because the smeltery isn't complete, and until the smeltery is complete, you can't open up that. So, next thing we're going to do is we're just going to make it basic. We're not going to get fancy with it like seared cobblestone, creeper face, or anything like that. I don't care enough to do that. But what we are going to do is we're going to make 9 of these to make our floor. So you can make the outside walls out of anything that you want. Like you can put the gauges on there. You can put as many of these seared tanks as you want. I'm just going to go with 1 because it's not that hard to produce lava. And more seared tanks, all that does is increase how much lava you can hold. It doesn't change like how fast it will smelt or anything. But the floor needs to be just a plain seared brick of some kind. Like you can't put seared tanks down there. You can't put smeltery controllers down there, anything like that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make some smeltery drains. And we're going to want 9 of those as well. Once again, you can put as many of these as you want. I go with 9 just so that I can... It's not necessary, I will say that. Like, it's not necessary to make 9. I just do because I can, basically. So as you can see, when you place them down, I think... I don't remember if it matters how you place them or not. I'm pretty sure that they'll always face in towards seared bricks, but I could be wrong. But as you can see, that's the exit point, and then they have all these little holes on them where you can put faucets. So the next thing we're going to do is not build faucets, is we're going to build a casting basin. So the casting basins, we're going to want 9 of those as well. Whoops. And what the casting basins do is, because of the way the smeltery works, is it turns whatever you put into it into molten versions of it. And then you need to use the drains to pull out the molten whatever. And then you can use these to turn them into blocks. Like these will, like if you empty it out into there, it'll turn it into a solid block. And then you also have the casting tables, which we're going to make in a minute. So hopefully I don't fuck this up. I'm pretty sure that I remember exactly how many things I wanted. But I also wanted it 3 high. So if I do fuck up, that's why I'm doing this part first, because then at least if I fuck this up, it'll still be too high and working, and I can just fix it later. So then I also want 4 casting tables. And what the casting tables do is, obviously they don't make a block. I'm not actually sure what happens if you... hang on. Does that fuck up? No, yeah, it does. That's... just move that one more. That should be fine. Okay. So yeah, I don't know exactly what would happen if you just threw it onto it. Like, if you just let it loose onto a casting table. I've never done that. But like those stencils that I made, you can put the stencils in here and make an item, but it uses the stencil up. But then you can also use an item, place it in there, pour more molten metal on it. I think it's aluminum, brass, or gold, I think, will make a cast. And the cast can be used as many times as you need to put it in the table, you pour the thing into it, and it makes the thing. You can even make an ingot cast, so that's how you pull ingots out of here. If you don't have enough for, like, obviously if you have a block, you can take a block, turn it into 9 ingots. If you don't have enough for a block, you can put down an ingot cast, drain it into a casting basin, and then you have that. But you can't pull out a... but you can't just drain it by clicking on it. You do need... no, not... oh, wait. Ah, there it is. You need a faucet. So we will need, let's see, 9, 10... we will need 13 faucets, which only require 3 to make, which is nice. 13, eh? Alright, well... let's see if I do that. Do that. There we go. That shortens it a bit. There we go. Put those back together. So yeah, wherever you put one is where you are able... I don't think I can remember. Let's see that. So the way that you drain stuff out of there is when you need to, you come up and you click on the faucet and it'll dump it, whatever is in the thing, I'll show that in a minute, into the casting basin. So now, to get it fully functional, I think this will make it begin to be functional, but I'm not sure. We're going to take a gauge, which requires 5 glass and 4 seared bricks. Whenever you make something with glass in this game, it always looks weird because of how much different glass is in here. It goes through so many. So as you can see, we have enough glass to make 3 of these. Oh yeah, I think I didn't. I'm pretty sure I'm good. I think I didn't fuck it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go boop, boop, boop. So this will let you see what's in there, and it has little marks on it to gauge it. I don't actually have any of these on the smeltery that I made myself. But as you can see, the smeltery controller is now up and running, and if we click on it, it tells you how much lava there is. So lava has 4 buckets and tells you how much capacity is in there. So like right now I can hold 72 ingots worth of stuff. And the way that you increase that capacity is you make this taller. So what we're going to do is actually, you know what, because the bricks, boop like that, and boop like that. There we go. Whoops. So thankfully they did do a good thing on most of the blocks. I don't know if it's in regular Minecraft or not. But when you... Oh god, I'm getting a lot of lag here at points for some reason. Whenever it rains in here, it seems to really give me lag. But yeah, whenever... I don't know if it's in regular Minecraft, because it's been a long time since I've played regular Minecraft, but if you shift-click on something that normally opens, instead of opening it, you'll place the block on top of it. You know, that kind of annoys me that that's not a seared brick, but that's fine. So there we go. It's now 3 high, so now we can hold 216 ingots, and as you can see along the side here, how much we can put in. So this here, you can only put one thing in there to burn at a time. Or one thing in each of the blocks to smelt down at a time. But as you increase the capacity of it, everything gets increased, including how many things you can smelt at once. So what we need here now, one thing about this though, is that there is, oh, what the fuck is it called? It's, alloys. There's alloys. There's metal alloys. And what alloys are, if you don't know, in real life and in this game, is a mixture of 2 different metals that creates an alloy. And now one issue with the smeltery is though, is that it will, anytime that there is the 2 materials in there that produces an alloy, it will automatically mix them into an alloy. Which does kind of suck. But there's not really a lot we can do about it. I'm trying to think of what the alloys are. But anyway, so you can see we put those in there. It'll start to smelt them. And you can even see them inside. And it's going to use the lava. As you can see, it uses a little bit at a time. And yeah, it will smelt them down into their respective molten forms. So I'm just going to continue making... Oh, you know what? Silver, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. There we go. Then as you can see, we now have some molten gold in there. So the way that you get it out, obviously, I already went through that. Oh, whoops. Is to either put it into a casting basin, like these, and make a solid block. Now the shitty thing about the casting basins, though, is if you don't have enough in there to make a solid block, it'll still let you start to fill the basin. So you'll want to make sure, because like when you go in here, it lists everything in the middle and how much you have of it. So as you can see, molten gold, we have an ingot and nuggets worth. Oh shit, I just made electrum in there. What the fuck? What did I put in there? Molten silver. So gold and something makes electrum? Hang on. Molten electrum. Smelting. Yeah. Alloying. Here we go. Oh, gold and silver make Really? Huh. I honestly didn't know that. That explains a lot. But anyway, so we have a block of electrum and 7 ingots worth of it. It tells you how much you can have of it. Or how much you have of it in there. Really? I could have swore that. So the way that you determine what comes out of the things is you click on it and it switches their order in it. And whatever is along the bottom is what will drain when you click on the faucet. So like, as you can see, we can place that in there. That would be pointless to place in there because I don't think you can actually do anything with it. But like, for example, if we stuck... Well, you know, I don't want to do that because I don't have the right materials. Because I think you need aluminum brass, and I don't remember how to make that. So actually, just give me a second. I'm going to Google a few things here, and we'll figure this out. All right. So apparently the better setup is to have 2 smelteries, but I'm not too worried about it because I don't actually use my smeltery all that often. But one thing I will say is you need aluminum. God, what the fuck is wrong with my game? Is you need aluminum and copper to make aluminum brass, which is what you want to make your casts out of. Because you can make, like I said, you can either make it out of that or gold. I think you can make it out of something else too, but I don't remember what it is, and it consumes the cast when it's used. Whereas if you use the aluminum brass, which we're about to make a bunch of, let's see, and lead doesn't mix with anything. So there we go. We got there we go. It's making the aluminum brass as we speak. So that's good. I actually needed that, so I'm fine with that. Man, I had a lot of copper. Let's see. What does nickel mix with? Nickel mixed with iron to make Invar. The hell is Invar? Hang on. Invar. Yeah, that's not even a... Oh, wait. Invar. Yeah, that's not a thing in this... Oh, wait. What's this? A block of Invar. Caution. Shipping crate. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is then. Okay, so hang on. Does that work if I... Oh, look at that. It does too. If I click U on it. Alloying, copper, and nickel makes Constantin. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what... So I'm not going to put nickel in because I've never used Constantin in my life. So I will throw this over here. Now, at some point we will have a bunch of ores being made that we can throw in here. Not from the chickens because, you know, obviously there's very little point to throwing actual ingots in here. Although you can. And I say very low point because there is technically a point. If you throw... Oh, you know what? Now that we have all that electrum that I don't need, I think I will take... I would move all these over there, but I'm worried that they'll get burned up by the lava thing there. So I think this will work, but I'm not 100%. I don't know for sure that these stencils actually work exactly the way I think they do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, and since I don't need electrum, I'm going to see if this works. Yeah, okay, so it won't work because it doesn't. Okay, so I don't know exactly how to make the cast then. Or you know what? I bet you I do know a way to do it. I need... Okay, yeah. Okay, so I don't need these. Go away, go away, go away. Let's see, a tough tool rod. Here we go. We're going to use the hammerhead. You can also put obsidian in there to make stuff, but it fuses with something else. I don't remember what it is to make an alloy as well. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to throw the hammerhead in there. And then if we put the aluminum brass at the bottom, click it, it should make a cast and destroy the hammerhead. There you go. Yeah, now we have a hammerhead cast. So there we go. So that does work. That totally works. So there, that's... Okay. So you can make casts out of everything, I think, that you can have a stencil pattern for. So we're going to take that, and we're going to take that. And this is more or less the next step to the Tinker tools, is to make casts of everything. Like now, like as you saw there, I had stencils of everything. So this here will... Large plate. That doesn't look right. One annoying thing, though, is I kind of wish that when it was sitting in there and you looked at the faucet or something, it would tell you what it's going to make. But you have to click on it and start putting shit in there before it does that. So there we go. Now I have a tough tool rod cast as well. Did I go and put that? I did. No, no, there it is. Okay. So yeah, I'll probably end up doing all of this later because I can obviously do this all with wooden shit and whatnot. Man, I can't believe I fucked up the coke oven. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see. And then we have the farm going. So the farm, right? Let's just check. Oh, look at this. Our eggs hatched. Oh, wait. So I should go and grab those other ones so that I can... grab my other eggs and grab my net just in case, I guess. I don't actually know what I would need. I would be very careful with your eggs, by the way. Like, don't have them out in your hand until you're about to put them down. Just in case. So there you go, get them going. So as you see, we now have a lapis blue chicken, a cactus green chicken, and where is he? We go an ink black chicken. So the ink black chicken can be hard to get if you don't know how to get, or if you can't get squids to spawn, which apparently is an issue for some players. I don't know. Obviously, having never had that issue, you know, whatever. But once we get into... But you can also do the Botania stuff. And the Botania stuff makes different flowers. And they added a bunch of different flowers in that. But they added floral powders, which let you dye stuff. And, oh, so you know what? Let's check. See, now look at... Okay, so now this smart chicken egg has a growth of 2, gain of 2, and strength of 2. This one is a 3, 3, and a 2. So I could put either of those into the nest, hatch them, and be done. Now, as you can see, this one has 1 up on each. This one is 2 up on 2 and 1 up on each. The most that they can gain in an area is 2 points. So, like, technically, the best egg I could get from a 1-1-1 would be a 3-3-3. That would be the absolute best egg that I could get from it. I'm not going to bother with that right now. I will max them out and whatnot off camera, because all it is checking it, going, put it, checking it, going, put it, checking it, going, put it, switching them out, you know. It's like I'd check it. So like right now I would go, I'd take that, I'd throw it in the, you know what, since I'll just walk through it. So you take out the best egg that he produced so far. You walk over, you slap it in there, and then you wait. Once that egg hatches, you take that guy out of the pen, you put the new guy in, and then you just wait some more. There's a lot of waiting with the chickens. But a way to speed it up, like I said, is you can use seeds and breed them, and they just shit out a regular chicken. That will be better. No egg involved. It requires 2 of each to begin with. Obviously, I only made 1 of each for now, but that's, you know, it takes nothing. Well, I mean, it takes a little bit to make them, but as soon as you make the first one, obviously it'll grow up and it'll start shitting out the resources. So you can do it anyway. So as you can see here, I have my pool of water here. So 1 thing of water will water anything up to 8 blocks away, right? But another thing that they added in this game, which we will see now if we can get one. Come on. Okay, well, we said we can do that. Oh yeah. Come on. I know you can do it. Give me one, give me one, give me one. Oh god. So that's another issue that seems to be in Sky Factory, which is dirt when it's hoed is obviously slightly, ever so slightly lower than than the regular dirt. And if it regrows while you're standing on it, it fucks you up like that. So that didn't work. What you can possibly get while hoeing dirt is a worm. You have a very small chance. Here we go. The worms are pretty useful once placed down. Worms can be gotten by simply oh, you got to till grass with a hoe. Okay, that's why it was being fucky. Okay, that's fine then. So you know what? We'll go over to the ranch because I don't have any. I didn't put any grass in the farm area because I didn't want animals to be spawning there. Because I prefer to keep all my animals in one place. Okay, so here we go. So if you apparently, there we go. Now we got worms. I got worms. Yeah, you know what? 2 will be fine. So, there it is. Got some dirt. So normally what you can do to fix this, well, if there's no water around, it'll fix itself. Normally what you can do, though, in regular Minecraft is jump on it, and it'll fix it. But in this mod, for some reason, it really fucks it up. But if you want to fix it yourself faster, you can just place another block on top of it, and it will automatically untill it. There we go. So what the worms do, as you saw, is they will keep a 3x3 block of dirt. I think that's what it said, right? Once placed down in dirt or grass, help you till the land around them in a 3x3 area and keep it wet. They will help make crops grow faster by making the ground nice and soft. So yeah, you want these in a 3x3. Now it says that it helps keep it wet. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm going to place one wormy there. I'm going to place one wormy there. And I'm going to see, because I've never actually used them. So it tilts it itself and it makes it wet. So now from there, you can just basically build out and place one every 3 blocks. And it'll till the area around it. It'll wet the area around it. And you're good to go. And then you can just plant. So, as you can probably notice, underneath my wheat here, these blocks are different than these ones. That's because these blocks are considered farmland. So what farmland is, and I actually have enough to make another one. It is a block of dirt surrounded by chicken shit. Boom. Now we have fertilized dirt. By the way, the only difference between dirt and farmland is whether or not it's hoed. That's literally the only difference. So you know what I'm going to do is I placed it on that one. Oh god, I don't think I got the worm back. That's fine, I can always get another one. There we go. Did I really lose the worm? Oh well. Like I said. So when I come back, I'll probably have these. So one thing though in this game to make farming a hell of a lot easier and to automate it better is a cloche. So what you need for that is you need an iron mechanical component, which requires copper and iron. Treated wood planks, which requires the creosote oil from the coke oven. Glass, it doesn't need to be stained, which obviously we can get already. And a lantern, which requires an iron plate, which we could get. I don't remember, how the hell do you make the iron plate? Right, you take an iron ingot and an engineer hammer, it gives you an iron plate. And then you can take the iron plate and you can make another cast out of that. Yeah, you can make another cast out of that and be good to go. Metal press mold plate. See, this thing here is one of the things that it's like, I don't know how to make that, and it looks really, it's a multi-block thing, so you can't even look up the recipe for it in here. Do we have an immersive? I think we have an immersive engineering book that you can look it up. But a lot of the immersive engineering stuff is multi-block structures. So like the coke oven, it requires the 12 blocks, but after you make the 12 blocks, you got to hit it with the hammer, the engineering hammer, and then it will, from where you hit it, it will be like, what do we have here? Okay, now it's this. Some stuff it changes a lot. Which we'll go over at some point. And some stuff it barely changes, like the coke oven, it just basically puts a picture on the front of it. But yeah, to make the lantern, you need iron plates, glowstone, which we obviously don't have, and then then glass panes, which we could also make. But yeah, the fertilized farmland just makes stuff grow significantly faster. The worms also make it grow faster. So until you get up to the point where you can reliably build a bunch of cloches, this works. And there's some stuff that can't be built in cloches. Anything that needs to be planted on tilled dirt, like that can't be planted on regular dirt, can't be put in a cloche, because you can't pick up tilled dirt. Like even like silk touch, nothing. Like you can't even pull tilled dirt out of a creative mode menu or anything. Although, you know what, come to think of it, I think that there is a way to make like this creative mode somehow and pull stuff out of here. So I don't know if that would work. Client, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that anyway. So you might be able to do it that way, but I'm not sure. I haven't really played around with that. But for now, you know, I'll probably extend this out a little bit. Probably not too far. And I'll probably put a little bit of a gap in it just to have like chunks of it that I don't walk over when I'm doing it. But we'll see, because if we go back to our chest there, we do have quite a few seeds that we can plant. Oh, we have canola seeds, sugarcane, corn, potatoes, well, grass obviously not, beetroot, melons. Now, industrial hemp seeds, I do believe all they do... Okay, industrial, that's got to be another engineering thing, yeah. Fuck, what the hell do they grow? Industrial hemp seeds. One of these, I think it's the industrial hemp seeds. All it does is produce string. But yeah, we have cocoa beans, pumpkin, carrot, barley, flax. Maybe it's flax that just produces string. There's one of these that are completely worthless because all it does is make string. And there's so many, or maybe it's the cotton seeds. The source of all string and wool, yeah. So this makes cotton. Or this makes string. When you harvest it, it doesn't make cotton, it makes string. So, you know, obviously it's fairly worthless. And then obviously the regular seeds make wheat. So yeah, let's take out, because we have the other one. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, that should work. All right, so we're going to take that, and we don't need sugar cane right now. And I think sugar cane would still need to be planted or like directly around water. I think it still needs to be touching. We'll plant some corn. We'll get some potatoes going. Let's see, we have 4 things. So then with the wheat, that should be good. And then you know what? Since we're out and about, we'll go and we'll grab us 3 more little wormy critters. Oh, look at that. Our lapis blue chicken grew. So for the most part, they don't take too long to grow. The chickens. There are some of them that will take an insane amount of time to grow when they're first made. Like the first ones will obviously take the longest to grow because as you upgrade them, their growth time goes, or their growth stat goes up and they'll grow faster. Oh my god, really? I got so many worms the first time. What the fuck? Well, oh, there's one. Oh, I have 2. Okay. I don't need a bucket right now, so I need 1 more. Their growth stat goes up, and once their growth stat hits 10, oh, they're going. I got 4. Wow, did I just get 2 per or something? Oh, grab some lapis on my way out, apparently. So like I said, I'll have a bunch more nesting pens in that after, like, for next time. Because, in all honesty, that's pretty much what I'll be working on next time. Obviously, I'll get my coke bricks up and running and whatnot, and try to not be dumb about it this time. So break those. I also have this wooden crucible here. I don't remember why. I was doing something in it. I don't remember what it was. Okay, so I'll do that. But this can fuck off now. I don't need it anymore. And I'll probably take down the cactus because I don't really need that anymore either. So we'll put that there, and why not? We'll plant carrots here. Oh, I don't even have enough for the thing. That's fine. Oh, get that. And all of this will also be trade out. Apparently when you jump on fertilizer... Oh, okay, there we go. Apparently if you jump on fertilized dirt, it doesn't fuck you up nearly as much. Okay, bye-bye cactus. Let's do that. And then that. And then here we'll plant corn. So corn actually grows really cool in this game. Obviously, you'll see more of that next time. Not so much this time. Put another little wormy. That's not right, is it? No, the worm needs to go. Hang on. Did I get it back? It does not look like it. It doesn't look like I fucking get it back when I break the block that it's on. It must like fall through really weird or something. Oh, are you kidding me? You can't put it on fertilized dirt either? Really? Or is it? No, it doesn't. Does the little wormy really not work on the fertilized shit? Wow, I didn't know that. So what's better then? The fertilized dirt or dirt with a worm? Because I mean, whichever one's better would obviously be the one that I'd want to use. Or does it, or would it work just not, like, can I just not place it maybe? On fertilized farmland? Like, maybe it does affect it, I just can't place it on it? I don't know. Because then, you know, that wouldn't be too bad. Because then I would just have the one block that would have the worm on it. And then, like, it would affect everything around it. I don't know. I'll look more up on that later. In between. And we'll get down to the bottom of that. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Now we'll have some wheat growing, some potatoes, some carrots, some corn. I'll Google exactly how the worms work next time. Hopefully that's all it is I'll just have to have like a block of regular dirt in the middle. Then I can surround it by the farmland, or the fertilized dirt, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to take down the rest of these cactuses while I'm here, because I don't need any more cactuses for anything right now. I do believe that you can make Tinker Construct stuff out of cactuses, but it may or may not be broken. I'm pretty sure there was one thing where it was like, hey, you're supposed to be able to do this, so if you want to do it, all you need to do is just, if you want to be legit about it, you know, since that it doesn't actually work, just throw out this many of this thing every time that you pull out this, right? Which, you know, I understand. I've done that before in my other world. Like, Minecraft is one of the games where I always have, just like 7 Days to Die, I play that, not so much right now, but whenever I would play it, I'd always have the cheat menu on, just in case, like, something really fucks me somehow, where it's like something doesn't work like it's supposed to, or something like that, you know? And it's just kind of like, fuck you, we're not going to do it right. And then I can just pull it out of my creative menu to do it. And like, I have the, like, I think it's called cheats on this, where it's like you can put in like the commands, like game mode 1 and changes you to creative mode. Game mode 0 puts you back in survival, stuff like that. And I always have it on in Minecraft, if, like, when possible. Like, if I have the choice, I'll do it, just in case something like that. Especially in this, it makes a lot of sense, because there's a lot of stuff in here. Like, for example, there are, for blood magic, there are, is it solid crystal, maybe? No, what the fuck is it? There's some kind of crystallized block or something. Crystal cluster. Here it is. The crystal cluster. That's what it is. As you can see, it's in here, but you can't use it. And crystal cluster. And it's used to make the final tier of the blood altar. So what I did in my world is I looked online. I don't remember what it is anymore, but it's I looked online to see what it's supposed to take, and then I just got the materials that it's supposed to take, threw them out, and pulled the block out of creative mode, and it's like, boom, now I have it. Some people might call it cheating, but I mean, it's not really if you make the materials that require, like, if you make it, more or less make it first, and then, you know, it fucks you. It's like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna feel bad about pulling that out of creative mode when I should have had it, right? So as you can see, carrots and potatoes, normally in regular Minecraft, you just plant the potato or the carrot itself, and after it's fully grown, it'll produce more than one to even it out. Corn grows like this, right? So the bottom layer, I don't think will ever get to 100%. The middle layer, I don't think ever quite gets to 100%. But once it grows to the top, I think the top layer will hit 100%, and then that's what you harvest. There's also a really weird glitch with corn. I don't know what causes it, but it'll get corn to like start growing on top of each other. So like the corn will just like stack up and up and up and up and up. It looks ridiculous. Like it grows like skyscraper heights. But we've actually been over an hour recording. So that'll be it for this part. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.